So if you click on this video, you might be questioning the meaning of your life and your overall satisfaction. Well, 3 months ago, I made one of the biggest decisions of my life. I quit my job to chase my dream of making art. Was it worth it? Well, here's a 3-month update on how I'm doing. And maybe this can help you decide if you should quit your job as well. Or maybe you'll realize I just made one big mistake. For those who don't know me, I'm Simon. I'm an artist and storyteller, and I used to work in the pharmaceutical field, specifically in marketing and communication. But my passion was still to create, draw, and tell stories. So if you'd like to follow my journey and watch more of these art-related videos, make sure to subscribe. So I like connecting with different type of people, and I've had this discussion with a lot of friends and colleagues. I like to ask them, if money was not an issue, what would you do with your days? And so far, I haven't heard anyone tell me that if they had enough money and time, that they would choose to be at work in an office, reaching all their KPIs for the companies. I mean, work is important, but being good at something we like and being paid for it, that's great. But it's also important to not fall in the trap to live for work, where the main incentive of working is money. I know it's a luxury, but I know I'm also not alone when I'm trying to look for more meaning in my life. I mean, many of my creative and entrepreneurial friends are also looking for ways to make money and find bigger purpose outside of work. And after COVID, there's been a great resignation where many people, especially Gen Z and millennials, have quit their job to seek more meaning in their lives. I'm not going to dive into how my parents' generation had it better. I really want to talk more about a life worth living. A life worth living is really different for everyone. So before making such a big decision, like quitting your job, I thought a lot about what makes life worth living. For me, it means doing something I like and making a living out of it, which is honestly what I did work in my previous job. I really like marketing and communication, so that was great. But it's also about living a life without regrets and trying things out before things are too late. So if I go back to the 5 regrets of the dying, so this has been shared by Bronnie Ware, a nurse who worked in palliative care. Among the top 5 regrets, the one that resonated the most with me was that I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself. And so for me, the regret of not trying to go into art entrepreneurship, that's a word, it took over me, and I asked myself, why not? Why not try it? Of course, there's a few things that you need to take in consideration before quitting your job. And I think the main one is finance. So before quitting, I make sure to have 6 to 12 months of saving to cover my expenses. This will allow me to focus on my art for a few months and then reevaluate at a further stage. And if it didn't work out, I could go back to work always. But also, I don't have any dependents and we don't have a car, so my partner is also self-sufficient, which gave me a lot more flexibility in deciding. It's also a balancing act because for the last 4 years, I've been sharing my art on Instagram. I also became a top teacher on Skillshare. There I teach creative and technical Procreate classes. So if you want 1 month free, check the link below, or check this link actually and try it out. But before quitting, I was balancing my job and my dream by creating art, publishing reels, and launching classes online in my spare time. It felt great, but also whenever I had to travel for work, it really messed up my whole routine and my whole productivity for my art. So some people say I could have kept my job and continued working on my art on the side for more financial security. And I think they're absolutely right. Maybe I left a little bit too preemptively. But right now, to be honest, I'm very happy, and maybe that's priceless. I have more time and I'm motivated. Of course, the number one question I get from friends and families and ex-colleagues is, how do you feel your days? I mean, there's a certain romanticization of working for yourself. Well, Since then, I've had more time to enjoy the Danish countryside and the unpredictable summer. But to answer the question, it's also hard to give a daily breakdown. I can tell you on a weekly basis that yes, I am creating five to seven reels and short videos a week. I make one weekly YouTube video. I work on creating 3 Skillshare classes a year, and they really take a lot of time. There's a lot of thought and material behind those. I work on doing marketing initiative for my different channel. I'm always looking for partnership with new brands. And you can see also a recent one that I had with Chillhop, big dream of mine. Um, I also post weekly drawings on Instagram depicting my life with my partner. I practice drawing daily for fun and also to make sure that my skills are not rusted. Furthermore, I have a lot of things on my to-do list that I just don't get the time to it, like creating an online store for my digital products and printing some of my art and selling it to you guys. So, I really try to prioritize all the things I'm doing and to be grateful to be on this path. But also, something that I'm really happy is that since my partner works from home, we spend a lot more time together, and I really appreciate that. So, as a final note, I'd like to quote Søren Kierkegaard, which said that life can only be understood backward, but it must be lived forward. And Kierkegaard emphasized the importance of embracing uncertainty. And to be honest, that's where I'm living right now. I am sometimes riddled with fear and uncertainty, but I do have to take this leap of faith. And I also need to use the past experience to continue gaining wisdom every day and keep moving towards my future with hope and determination. So, who knows? Maybe I made a mistake quitting my job, but right now I can say that I'm happy and I'm hopeful. And this is the 3-month mark. So keep on watching my videos and get a glimpse of my life and see how things are going. Thanks for watching.